Hey guys, welcome back to XDA TV. This is TK and today we're going to talk about root. Why do we still root our devices? Well, actually that's a question that I posted on Twitter and Google Plus last week, and I got an overwhelmingly massive response to basically just giving me two things of why we still root our device. So today I'm going to share with you that list, and I want to show you guys why it's still important for us to be able to have that power over our devices by gaining root. So without further ado, this is TK, this is XDA TV, let's check it out. I'm going to start off by saying thank you very much for everybody that helped me by responding to my question on Twitter as well as Google+. And I know it was a challenge to basically just say two things of why you still root your device. The next thing I want to say, of course, if you follow the link in the description below and check out XDA and the threads for your device, if you decide to root your device, please read everything. Please read all the warnings. Please acknowledge that you are modifying your system. You could potentially void your warranty as well as could potentially brick your device. And brick by mean really saying the word brick, I mean damage your device. So follow the instructions. If you have any questions, please ask the questions in the forum. People will help. This is basically why XDA is so great. It's a community-driven forum that gives you the ability to get the best out of your device. So let's go ahead and check out the list itself. First and foremost on the list, I'm going to say that this is something that is near and dear to my heart. It is exposed. If you guys have ever seen the Exposed Tuesday list that I've done here on XDA or on my channel, every Tuesday I share with you a new module that gives you the ability to have a custom ROM experience on your device and doesn't have requirement of basically changing your entire system for it. A powerful device. Check it out. Next thing, I think it's the #1 app that's installed on a device the moment we root our device. And I think if you guys know this, it's, what is it? Yeah, yes, exactly. Titanium Backup. It's Titanium Backup. It's an application that basically is the best backup and restore application for application and application data. You can basically restore your entire system, back up your text messages, your call log, your Wi-Fi setup, everything, anything and everything you want to back up. This is the app you want to install. It's very nice. I think, in my opinion, I think at least for me too, it's the first app I installed the moment I root any new device. The next thing we want to be able to do here is something called removing bloatware. If you're familiar with the old PC systems, when we used to get these PCs, we'll get these with all these extra applications, extra features, and we can just normally uninstall them. Well, guess what? Some of these new applications that are coming on our systems, a la Facebook, I'm sorry, can't be removed. They're pulled into the system partition, which requires us to have root to remove. Now, in some areas, you may be able to, freeze it, but it's still sitting in the system. And as you may or may not know, some of them may not be very battery friendly. So definitely having root, the ability to use Titanium Backup to remove some of these applications. And then if you want to keep them in, move them into a user partition so you can uninstall them at a later time. Next but not least, next is, well, I'm going to say they're honorable mentions. And the reason I say honorable mentions is because you don't necessarily need root to be able to use them, but having root with them makes them much, much better. And that's the ability of installing custom ROMs and custom recoveries. And I think in some areas, custom recovery is more important because some of the things that we do and we do benefit from using root are used by using a custom recovery. So definitely honorable mentions, and I definitely appreciate the fact that they made it to the list. And I really, really use them, of course, as usual. Twerp is my favorite. Please, if you have any other ones, let me know in the comments. The next two things are things you can do as well with your device. You need root to be able to control, and that's CPU control and kernel control. Using a custom kernel can give you an immense power over your system by underclocking it, overclocking it, giving you better performance as far as the battery. It just gives you a better experience with your system, and you can change different kernels. That's the beauty of it. Controlling that and then using CPU control, hey, what else can you ask for but a better battery life and better performance out of your system. The next couple of things are basically things that you normally wouldn't think about, but ad blocking is something that some people like to use, and root, of course, is one of those things that you need to have access to be able to use that functionality. Wake locks, the next thing on the list, is something that normally people don't think about, but if you've ever had a device where your device for some reason or another keeps eating up juice or eating up battery, even though the device is off, well, those are wake locks. Those are things that are running in the background that are keeping your device awake. And we can use root to be able to control these things, and definitely something that you can keep an eye on by using root and limiting those functionalities. You can use Greenify, expose modules that help you get that. It's definitely a very powerful list. Next, and it's something that is definitely very easy to do if you know what you're doing, but please, if you don't, check out for basically something that you can do with your build prop. You can edit it to add features, disable features. In some instances, you can even use it to increase the volume on your speakers, depending on the modifications and on the device. I personally haven't done that many things on it since the Nexus 6 came out. That was one of the only things I had to do, which is to change a setting in there to be able to basically get an extra feature into my Nexus 6. Very nice, very simple, and there's many apps on the actual Play Store that give you the ability to do this. The next thing on the list, which is really definitely something I really enjoy, and it's a better, in my opinion, the best EQ that you can use on your system, and that's Viper for Android. Viper for Android is by far the best one because it really integrates itself, and if you make it into a system application, just integrates itself to Bluetooth, speaker, functionalities, headphone jack, and you'll have much better experience, even increase volume on your device if you choose to do so. Please do that at a responsible level. Obviously, if your device can handle it, you're not going to get better audio, but you can definitely increase the volume. Last but not least is freezing applications and removing them, and I think that was something you can also do with Titanium Backup, but it was mentioned many times, so I figured I'll put that on the list as well. Last but not least is extending the life of your device. Now, if you ever heard of this device, the HTC HD2. Now, this is an old device that most of us don't probably even have, but it's a device that has by far been the longest running device that received update to this date. And if you've ever looked it up, do a Google XDA HTC HD2, and you'll see how many things have been done on a device that's practically 4 years old, and I think it may be even longer than that. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I really appreciate you guys giving me these answers on Twitter and Google+. And if you guys have any other questions, have you seen basically other things that why you used root, let me know in the comments below. I'll be really happy to see that. Other than that, like and subscribe to this channel, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.